All right, it's time for new batteries on my trailer, and I'm going with two 12 volts. I'm getting rid of my two 6-volt system, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But first, let me show you how I'm going to wire my two 12-volt batteries up in parallel. This is really important if you're like me and you're going from a 6-volt to a 12-volt system, because you can't set the batteries up exactly the same. All right, now first thing I'm going to do is find the negative from my trailer, and that's easy to do because it is tied into the it just goes straight to the frame of the trailer, and that's going to be the case in almost every trailer there is. You can also use the color. I mean, it identifies it on my trailer as black as negative. I don't usually trust the colors because sometimes they get faded and you can't tell the difference. So I would go from I would just trace the wires back and see which one of the leads ties right to the frame. If it goes right to the frame, then you know that's your negative. And then this littler one is the negative that's coming from the solar setup on my trailer, that's already in my trailer. Now, if you're doing your own solar setup, then this is probably coming from your solar panel controller. So once you get that, then you go find the reds. Similar thing, the bigger one comes from the trailer. It goes right into the trailer back through here and back to the trailer. That's gonna go back to my fuses. And then the littler one here, that is for my solar panel. So I'm gonna set that there. Now, here's the great thing about a 12-volt system, is it's really simple and not confusing at all when it comes to setup. All I have to do now is just remember negative to negative and positive to positive. So I'm gonna go with a jumper from this terminal over here to this terminal, and then I'm gonna go from a positive, I'm gonna get another jumper and go from this terminal over to this terminal. That's the 12-volt system. Now I'm gonna be really honest with you. I used a 6-volt system last summer. The 6-volt batteries are a lot more expensive. Like I said, you've got to be really careful with how you wire them up. And to be honest, I didn't see, in my own experience, I didn't see any benefit. I didn't feel like my batteries lasted longer. I didn't feel like they gave any, I didn't feel like I got any kind of performance bump from going to a 6-volt system. I've talked to lots of battery guys who insist that the 6-volt system is better, and I just, in actual performance and actually testing it out, I did a test last summer where I ran it with just my furnace being the only thing that I ran, and my fridge. And I'll be really honest with you, it just simply didn't last. Now, I will say this, two 6-volt batteries definitely last longer than one 12-volt battery, but my experience has been that two 12 volts and two 6 volts are really, really close to being the same. That may not be your experience. If you've experienced something different, please leave me a message, leave me a note down below and let me know how crazy I am or what you did to maximize your 6-volt experience. Really appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next video.